Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Psychic Cowgirl podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Lackman, the Psychic Cowgirl, here to help you tune in, create awareness, and reconnect to the wisdom that you do have access to at all times. We do have to work on trust. This is your space to breathe, to settle, and to explore the energy, guidance, and cosmic nudges that may be shaping your world. Grounded practical intuition is part of my everyday ranch life. I love that the practical meets the magical, and I invite you to give yourselves the gift of being here right now, listening, connecting, and exploring energies. Take a nice grounding breath in, hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. And let's ride into the heart of what the energies of the universe have to share right now. Welcome to the magic. So last week I did not do a podcast because it was bull week. Actual bulls, not BS, actual bulls. So it was that time of year where we take the bulls to get tested, to make sure they can do their jobs and make sure everything is working well. And unfortunately, one of my bulls, the dude that I just bought last year, Marcello, didn't do so well. So we are giving him another chance. He goes back for a test in a week or so. But in the meantime, it is also bull sale season. So we had to scramble a little, try to find some bull sales and make a plan and strategy of what we're going to do. Because if he's no good to us, we need another bull. And so putting that out to the universe, and life is busy as it is, right? And so we were going about doing our stuff and we were talking about it. And I said to my husband, just give me a little bit of time. I feel like, I am the psychic cowgirl. There is a solution, but I just need some time to tune in and to navigate it, and then we'll move forward. So when I had time and space, because that's one of the things, right? When you're rushed or worried or busy, 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 and you need creative solutions, you have to carve out some time, ground your energy, big, thick roots at the bottom of your feet, tune in, and see where the energies take you. So the energies took me onto my computer naturally. I searched up, found a bull sale that was starting the next day. And the best part, there was an open house for it, and it was only an hour and a half drive. So naturally, we did that because we wanted to meet the people and look at the bull in person. Because the last one I bought, we did not do that. And then when I got the paperwork on the bull, I was a little disappointed. It didn't occur to me that they would sell bulls with the testing scores that he had because it was lower than I would have liked. If I would have known that, I would not have bought him. That is on me though, right? I acknowledge and accept that. Lesson learned. So that was one of the questions we asked, and I wanted to meet the people because I'm hoping to carve a relationship that lasts many years where there are bull connection. And so we did. We went there, we met them. It was great. We came home. I bid on my bull. Now, the way things work right now with bull sales, it's online shopping like that, but it's a horse race style. And so what happens is when it gets to the end of the time, if anybody bids on any of the animals, and there could be like 50 or 60 animals, it extends the time by 5 minutes. I detest this part. It is so stressful because you're counting down the clock. Ooh, we only have 2 minutes left. My bid's the highest bid. Yay. Maybe this will be over. Yay. And then it gets to the last 30 seconds and someone throws a bid on. A lot of pasture words were said. And I have to say, my Facebook feed the next day had a lot of pasture words in it. That entertained me. And so somebody threw a bid on my bull. So I bid again. And I don't want to wait to the last 30 seconds because it resets the clock and I swear at people that do that. So I didn't do that. And then it happened again. Okay. I mean, he's not at my budget that I have for this, so I'm okay. I'm getting very close though. And so I threw in my last bid and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to be done after this because there's still other expenses and it's a whole big thing. So then I'm stressy. So I'm laughter yoga dancing around the house to get rid of my energy that is stressy because, dude, am I going to win this bull? Am I not going to win this bull? And then it kept going. Nobody else bid on my bull, thank goodness. But after like an hour and a half of waiting and stressing and worrying, I gave up and I was like, you know what? If someone buys my bull, he wasn't meant to be mine. I'm out. I'm done. I can't handle this. Because there was a bidding war on another bull, and then there was a bidding war on some heifers. And it reset the clock. And for the first hour, it's 5 minutes each time. And then I think after maybe an hour or an hour and a half, it goes to 3 minutes each time. But I did not get the confirmation email until 9:43 when we started these shenanigans at 7 p.m. So 2 3/4 hours. Good thing that I just released the energy, gave it to the universe, infinite intelligence, and said, if he's supposed to be mine, it'll be okay, because that is stressful. He is my bull. I did win, but oh my goodness, this is such a energy roller coaster. Yeah. And tuning into it, it's hard for me. Maybe other people could do it, but because there's so much energy and there's so many different pieces of energy because there's a bunch of other animals. And so every time the clock resets, though, you're kind of on edge. Is it my bull? Did somebody bid on him? And then I go check, and I had to like walk away because it was just, that spike of adrenaline each time. That's a lot of 5 minutes increments in 2 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, no. Hoofs. And my husband was watching too, and he would tell me, oh, they bid again. And I'm like, I need to stop. I just need to walk away. You know, to be fair and real, if I was smart, which mostly I am, I should have just given my husband my computer and he could have dealt with it all. But no, for some reason, I like to buy the bulls, mainly because I'm the one that sees them the most. I'm the one that, you know, calms them down. Because we did have a bull when they got here to drop him off. They were pretty concerned that he might be chasey. But he gets off the trailer and yeah, he was a little agitated. And I'm like, no, I can work with him. And then he ended up being Arthur, our bull that would like sit like a dog in the pasture and entertain the neighbors. Yeah. So I do. I like to buy the bulls. I like to be in charge of that. So yes, I do bring part of it on myself, but man, but it does help me illustrate the point that when you're high stress or high anxiety, tuning in is a challenge. And in order to tune in, you need to calm down your nervous system, ground your energy so that you can have clarity. But in the moment, it's hard. It's definitely a challenge. And I think this is where we can get tripped up. Because when we want clarity the most is when we're in crisis situations or anxious situations or all the things, but we can't calm our nervous system down enough to get the clarity. That is okay. That is part of being a human in this incarnation at this time. And so find your ways that when you're in that, recognize that your intuition might not be as clear as you would like it to be. Because then we can go off on tangents and we can, you know, go down all the rabbit holes and all the things. And that is being human. That's what we do. That's how it goes. But for true tuning in, getting clarity, you need to calm down your nervous system, ground your energy, and be in it. As you all know, I like to stomp around through my pasture. That helps me. I have a stair stepper. Dancing, the laughter yoga dancing when I was waiting for the sale to be over definitely helped, except for I tired myself out, which is also a good thing. But yeah. So now I have a new bull. His name is No Doubt. I kind of like that. I think he'll keep it. He's not here yet. He doesn't get delivered for a bit. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes because it's always fun to see, what the babies look like. I won't get his babies for a year. And it was also fun because it turns out that the daughter is also doing Highland Speckled Park crosses to see what happens. And she's been disappointed because none of them have had horns yet, but I do. And so it was fun that part because just keep trying, hang in there, it will happen. And so I'm sure we're going to have a connection and get to chat about it and share pictures. And I'm happy about that. That was definitely worth it, even though I had to buy another bowl. It's okay. Hopefully Marcello does well and we'll just run an extra bowl for a year. But if he doesn't, it's okay. I'm covered because we have only a small window of time to buy a bull for bull sale season. And then you got to find a breeder that you like and that you want their animals. It's a whole strategy thing. Stomping in the pasture and tuning in, that helps. Although I couldn't do that last weekend because we had windstorms here that were crazy. When we went to go to the bull sale, we look across the road from when we left our driveway, and the neighbors had a tree fall on the fence and their bulls were standing there. And so I immediately texted them to say, hey, if I wasn't in a hurry, we would have stopped and fixed it for them. But we were on a time crunch, right? And so sometimes I guess you can't do your normal ways to reset your energy. So always have a backup plan. I believe in dancing. I truly do. Tapping. I love the tapping. It helped me with some other stuff last week. And so if you're curious about any of that, book a soul session and we can set you up with some good tools and tips and figure out how you can tune in for yourself. It's what I like to do. All right. So yeah, so it's been busy with bull stuff in a good way. Because let's face it, the world is crazy. The energies right now are so thick and heavy and uncertain with what's going on politically in the world, what's going on everywhere. It's hard. There's lots of division, there's lots of opinions. I kind of have chosen to stay out of a lot of the conversations. I have my opinions. I know what I think, but I'm not really in the right energy to have debates or to be targeted if I don't believe the way other people believe. So right now, I am being Switzerland publicly neutral because I do see the point or the rationalization or the reasons for some of it. It doesn't mean I agree with it. And I just energetically don't have it in me right now to engage with that. I hope that makes sense to you because I do believe we need to protect our peace at times and pick and choose. And I have some big stuff happening this month, of course, calving starting, the whole bull situation, and some other personal stuff that needs my energy more so than other stuff right now. I mean, I'm not opposed to having conversations about it. I'm just not willing to engage in any debates about any of it. And I think if you're feeling the same way, let that be okay for you. Look at it as you're protecting your peace. People are extra edgy, extra feisty, and I don't want to have a fight with anybody. I'm also not going to back down if it comes to that part. Like, I know what I believe, I stand firm in my stuff, but I'm not going to force it down anyone's throat, and I would expect nobody to do that to me. I mean, if you're messing with me and wanting to engage in a way that's, you know, not healthy, I'm just going to back away unless I need to be feisty. Again, we have to pick and choose and figure out what is right for us. Stomp in your pasture, like get clarity on yourself right now and knowing that you can change your mind at any moment. But I think to navigate all of this heaviness, be clear on you. Engage in that self-awareness. What is important to you? What can you prioritize? What can you let go of? Maybe a little less doom scrolling, because if it's making you feel grouchy, anxious, just take a step back from it for a while. I just smudged my house this morning. I will say this though, the time change is making me grouchy this week. I don't like it, and I'm feeling extra grouchy about it. So I'm really hoping it goes away. There's a very strong possibility that it might, because provinces around us don't do it now. And I am hoping. I don't like it. It messes up everything. It messes up my animals, but mostly me. It makes me grouchy. It's been a couple days, so maybe I'm a little less grouchy, or maybe not. Okay. So, because things are heavy in the world and we need to draw back our energy a little or a lot and get firm and grounded and know ourselves so that we can navigate it in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming or soul destroying. Because sometimes it does feel that way. It just feels like too much. So, the meditation I've chosen for us today is called the Excellent Self Journey. Right? Doesn't that sound like just very delightful? Because I find overwhelm and overthinking when we're dealing with all this uncertainty, it just happens naturally. Again, bring yourself back into your body, reset your nervous system, hum. Maybe I'll write a blog post with all my favorite things favorite ways to reset our nervous system in those moments. Breathe in calm, breathe out your first name. Another good one, breathe in focus, breathe out your first name. Actually, focus was the oracle card today, so interesting. Okay. So let's start our meditation. Wiggle your body a little bit. Pauses if you need to get a drink or go to the bathroom or whatever you need to do, or if you're driving, to come back to it later. And just remember, it's okay to be messy right now. It's okay. You're not alone. Everybody's messy. Things are intense. Doesn't feel like there's a very solid, clear right answer. And it's okay. We're just going to ride this out and see where it takes us while protecting our peace. Let's begin. Just become aware of breathing. Put attention there gently to settle more comfortably into the support beneath. Take 3 big deep breaths. 3 big deep breaths. And on one of those breaths, if they haven't already, allow your eyes to close. As your normal, natural rhythm of breathing continues, remaining focused on the sound of my voice. As all the other sounds begin to drift into the background, because they're unimportant to pay attention to. If those sounds occur, just gently come back to the sound of my voice. Visualize, imagine, or feel a gentle, warm, balmy breeze as it wafts around, wafting around your head, your neck and shoulders. And with every breath, as the breeze continues to move gently around, there's a gently and easily releasing and a letting go feeling going on, becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. Across the upper back and circling around through the chest, a warm and nurturing feeling as the breeze continues to comfort down both arms, hands, and fingers, releasing and letting go. And with every breath taken, perhaps there may begin to be some wondering. Is it a breathing of the breeze? Or is the breeze breathing me? Feeling comfortable, feeling safe, feeling calm. With every breath, the breeze continues circling around through the mid-back and around through the solar plexus. Every breath drifting deeper now. The gentle sensations of the warm, balmy breeze as it continues around through the lower back and circling around through the belly, releasing and letting go. Becoming more and more comfortable with every breath. This breeze continues moving around thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and around through feet, now and with every breath, becoming completely and thoroughly comfortable, calm, and at ease, being at one with the breeze, and the breeze still gently, easily moving all around and all through. So that at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deeply, deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed. In the comfort and the calm, that imagination door more easily opens, allowing images, visualizations, or feelings to freely come forward. Going within to focus leads to even more comfort as any or all of the senses become heightened and more. So, getting a sense of an image or a feeling, perhaps a word that stands for your excellent self, the self perhaps most wanted to be. In the mind's eye, as with all images, perhaps visualizing or imagining it comes into being, bringing it to life. Let it freely arise. Becoming aware of the image, accepting and welcoming it without editing, without overthinking. Simply allow this image to be the excellent self. What's this image like? How does it move? Does it move? What do you notice about this image? What's the energy like of this image? Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. What's the attitude of this image of excellence? How does the image seem to be feeling? In coming to know and connecting with this image, how does it feel emotionally to be with it? Continuing to closely connect and observe this image, what is that one essential thing that really makes it the excellent self. What can be appreciated or valued about this image? When ready, prepare to connect and merge into the excellent self image. You can bring in a wise guide or an angel to help. You're going to tune in and connect to this image. Go ahead and merge. Allow this image to become you and you to become the energy of this image. Imagining, feeling to become the self that is of excellence as it was wanted to be. Noticing what this is like. How does it feel? What does the world seem or feel like from this perspective? As this image, taking time to notice how it feels to be this excellent self, and noticing where it seems those essentials are located. Do they center or concentrate somewhere within? How does it feel to be this excellent self? What do you notice? Some of it may surprise you. Allow those essentials and the energy to spread throughout and all around. The energy of this excellent self is saturating itself in all of your cells, your aura, your complete being. And then all this lovely energy is going to radiate outward positively. And now we're going to bring back whatever was positive about this experience, and you're moving back out of the connection and this image. Having experienced the sense of this excellent self image, and now back to yourself again, notice any differences. Do you feel like you, but a little stronger, a little calmer? Any differences? Any major discoveries after having been part of this excellent self energy? I invite you now, if it feels right, let's put the excellent self image and energy within. Put it in just the right place, knowing that the discoveries found are sorting out in just the right way to becoming at one with the excellent self, which will allow you to have more fresh perspectives, to be more calm, to be able to ground yourself quicker, knowing that this excellent self is within you and easily connected to. You got this. And now we're going to anchor all this in at the top of your symbolic staircase. Let's reinforce that the excellent self is ever evolving from within and becoming at one with that idea is happening with every step down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, feeling confident, 13, 12, 11, 10, feeling secure, 9, 8, feeling ready to move forward in a positive direction, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Standing strong, standing firm. Any negatives have long ago dissipated, and now the focus is only on the positive, and moving forward now, what is focused on follows. Being able to pull yourself out of the negative spirals and focus on practical, positive solutions. And so becoming more comfortable and familiar with the excellent self, that part of you that knows. The whole being will respond positively so that at 0, we reinforce all those positives from this journey. And at 1, with a deep cleansing breath in and out. Another deep cleansing breath in and out. As we come up and out of this journey. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. Nice. So now that we have connected, tuned in, and experienced our excellent self, that part of us that is always available to guide, to strengthen, to calm, to support, all the things, and release overthinking. Don't forget, you can come back to this journey and you might get a different picture, a different image of your excellent self each time you do it. This time I got words, which was interesting. And they were shimmery. They danced. Hey, I do like dancing to release energy. And so use this meditation to give yourself an energy reset. Speaking of energy resets, So today's Wednesday as I record this, and I will post this today. The energy clearing for tomorrow evening is about releasing obligations. I should be more specific. It's about releasing unhealthy obligations and people pleasing and invoking the strength to say no to people and situations with grace, confidence, and self-respect. Kind of ties in with our excellent self journey, doesn't it? We need to know who we are, what we stand for, and again, what we want to get involved or engaged in, and protect our peace whenever possible. We can do this. Life may feel heavy and messy at times, but bring yourself back to your bubble. What does your bubble look like? If you're having trouble with your bubble, visualize or imagine a hula hoop on the ground, step into it and shoot it to the sky in an energy of light. And you're inside it, that's your bubble. People can't come in unless you invite them. Things will bounce off. Give yourself that energy protection reset. Because it's chaos in the world, but you get to choose how much you engage or don't engage. And then don't forget, if you swear a lot, your timeline's going to show that. I'm still entertained by that. It was very stressy. All right. Good times. And so I will post pictures of calving season coming up when all the cuties are running around. And I like to find some good cat videos. Don't forget to do the things that lift your energy when you're engaged in the world and it feels heavy. Okay. So thank you for riding along on today's journey. If this episode sparked clarity, comfort, and hopefully a little magic, I'd love for you to share it with someone who would enjoy it, or perhaps they need to tune into their own excellent self so they can move forward in a positive way instead of doom and gloom. Again, got to lift ourselves out of that. Remember, your intuition is a knowing, and you can connect to it anytime. Reset your nervous system, be calm and grounded, and you will get that clarity. Perhaps you'll notice a synchronicity, perhaps a sign, or perhaps simply an awareness. And every time you pause, breathe, and tune in, you will strengthen that connection. You can find more Psychic Cowgirl magic on social media, my website, Pinterest, all the things. Probably not all of them because I don't have enough time. I do pick and choose. And again, if you want to get your energy cleared from any negativity or you're feeling heavy and you need a reset, book a session with me and we can do that. Until next time, friends, stay strong, stay curious, and I invite you to trust that wisdom that is inside of you. Connect to it, infinite intelligence. The trail ahead is guided and supported, and you're never riding it alone. Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear, know what you know. You got this. Big hugs and lots of blessings. And I hope everybody gets to have spring now. I'm hoping winter's over. That will be part of our blessings. Bye bye.